Yes, this is Rocdastar. We back. And for those who was curious to know what type of hoodie this is, a Jordan hoodie, Michael Jordan hoodie. Now, but anyway, we're going to get back into it. I want to talk about the business, the music business this time around. You getting where I'm coming from? Now, see, before I get into it, I just want to highlight for those who don't know, the music business is completely separated from the music. So in other words, what I'm trying to say is you can be a talented artist, a very talented artist, but if you don't know the business, then you could get jerked and you're not going to make no money. Unless you're dealing with people who are really sincere and really care about you, and you're not dealing with no domestic violence, and your family is airtight, and it's somebody in your family that do know the business to hold you down and cover you for whatever it is that you don't know. That's called teamwork. Sincerely, teamwork. And those who have gotten by that way and really did not know about the business aspect of music, they were lucky. Now, there's people who know everything that there is to know about the music business, and they are called X-Men because they are people that the elite fear. They respect them, but they fear them. So they stop them and try to throw monkey wrenches to stay ahead of them because they know that those people are forced to reckon with. Now, I want to talk about something special right now. I want to highlight something special about the most prolific executives in the game. And I'm only going to talk about two. You feeling where I'm coming from? And I'm going to describe why and how they're special. Because it needs to be highlighted. So people can understand when you're dealing with them or when you're dealing with an executive, every executive do not operate the same way. Now, I'm going to start with somebody you very well know, Suge Knight, right? Now, look. In my opinion, now if you paid attention to everything that's said, you will know that Suge Knight really wasn't a businessman. Alright? He was a gangster. It was his wife that was a businesswoman that knew the ins and out of music, everything that there was to know about business, and he trusted her. And he was smart because he knew that she was smart and very intelligent, and he knew to do right by her. He knew to protect her, and he knew to protect his artist. So if she say, yo, I advise you to go to New York and go get Tupac Shakur. If you can get Tupac Shakur to sign the death row, we said. And she didn't say this on the media, nowhere, but you could tell that it was her that gave the advice for him to go get Shakur and bring him to the West Coast and make money and make music. That they knew that he was going to be worth something. They knew that Shakur, and especially once he hit the headline papers with that robbery, that did it. Especially once Shakur got into the media, in the news media, he got shot, he survived. That was what caught everybody's attention, and that had everybody at the edge of their seat, and she knew. Now is the time. Put up this bail money. Go get that boy now. Immediately. Hurry before another label do. Because if you don't, we're going to lose out on millions. And I ain't talking about 2, 3, 4, 5 million. We talking about 50, 60, 70, maybe even 100, 200, $300 million or more. So when you are smart enough to know who to deal with, Suge's role, he was actually a bodyguard. Former gangster turned bodyguard. So you knew whoever you saw him with mostly, all the time, that was his prize package. That was his diamond. That was his bread and butter. And nobody, and he means nobody, will come in between that. So when Tupac got shot, Tupac got killed, who he died with? He died with Suge. Suge wasn't no rapper. He wasn't no writer. He wasn't with all that shit. He wasn't a dedicated musician or anything of that aspect or sort. But what he was good at, because he was a former football player, he was good at bodyguard. That he knew how to do best. And that was something that he knew, and he played his role. And he was the CEO to control the label. But really, it was his wife. Now, that was a smart business move that he made. In other words, if he knew nothing, that's what it was going to be, because he knew that. So they practiced a lot of teamwork. Now, let me tell you about Puff. See, when you look at Puff bio, Diddy's bio, it tells you his occupation. It tells you what college he went to. Don't get me wrong, Suge went to college too. But Diddy, he went, like for instance, when Suge went to college on a full scholarship. He got a full scholarship playing football. That was what he was good at. He didn't go to college for business in that manner. That really wasn't it. He just knew that was where the money was at. And eventually, Death Row was going to start signing football players, because that was something that he knew about. But before they could do that and get into that, and before he could focus on that, you could tell, before he could focus on that and get fighters and all that, boxers and all that, to sign a Death Row. Before he could do that, the drama was there. It was there. They had no time to really get into all that, because they was dealing with a lot of beef surrounding Shakur. But with Diddy, he's a businessman. All right? Not his wife, not his mother, not his sister. It's him. You got it? So, the new nickname I had gave Diddy today, I gave him this name. I call him the Magic Dragon. He's the Magic Dragon. And why I call him the Magic Dragon, I call him the Magic Dragon because Diddy could take a retard and make a hit record with him. That's how talented Diddy is. And he who could do that, they not nothing to fuck with. So, in other words, what I'm trying to say is, you see a broken down car that got totaled, Diddy will take that car, and it's a no name brand. He'll take the car, he'll fix it up into his original form where it was at, and then he'll trick it out his way. Put the lights under it, put rims on it, and it's the same brand that nobody wanted to buy. A Honda, a Chevy. It's the same brand car that nobody wanted to buy. Nobody paid attention to it. Diddy'll take that car, he'll fix it, he'll put the party lights under it, make it look like a hover, he'll put some rims on it, and he'll put a brand new engine in it, a V8, a supercharged, he'll put tints on it, and he'll put a design on it to show it that the body and the material of the car is completely unique, so it can stand out. And he'll put the same logo that you know that the car belongs to, where you can tell that that's a Honda or a Chevy. And inside it, you better believe it, it'll be to his comfort with the mink seats or the leather plush leather seats is something to value. And that system inside that car is going to be pumping. You going to love it. And you will love it. And you will cherish it if he gave it to you. And you will not sell it either. And you will kill anybody who try to destroy it. That's Diddy. That's what it's like with him. He's a very, very talented person. And that's something that he did with Big. Sorry, Miss Wallace. Rocdastar 1. Great discussion. We out.